For the past 4 months, this cathedral has been looming over my Minecraft village, completely unfinished. And so, after spending so much time looking at this, honestly, eyesore at this point, today, here we are to finally finish this thing. Now, I built this entire thing in creative, finally, and I even made some very big changes to how it looks. And it would be a very, very, very annoying task to actually just take a bunch of screenshots in creative and then reference those screenshots to build this again, like I did for this front part. Now I've went and got me a stick, because what I've added is Lightmatica. This is going to make everything so much easier, because now I can do this. Okay. Alright, I believe that lines up nicely. So, this is the new cathedral. Yeah. I think I really like it. I mean, I spent a lot of time. Oh yeah, I should mention, I have decided that this was way too small, and so I doubled the length of this thing. Now, honestly, I don't know if that's far enough to actually move where the portal is in the Nether, but we will see. Now, this is going to be quite the daunting task, as you can see, because we have a lot to farm. We have to farm candles, we have to farm quartz, diorite, crimson wood, deep slate, tuff, blackstone. We need to do a lot of farming. Now, another thing I should mention is that I designed this entire thing. I designed this entire thing fully, almost fully completed designing this thing. And then Minecraft has the audacity to immediately announce the shelf. The sideways slab that, can you stop looking at me? The sideways slab that would have made these details and these details look so much better. So we won't actually even be finishing this in this video, because I didn't want to sit around and wait for the sideways slab block to be added to the game to be able to build this thing. So, this will be like 95% completion of the build, because there are a few blocks that I will not be placing, because I want them to be shelves instead. Like the backs of all these pews, because if they're shelves, then I can put books in them. And a few other details, like one's over there that I can't show you because I can't walk over there. But yeah, this thing is massive, and I might make some changes as we go along, but for the most part, this is what we are looking at. And so the first part is going to be the materials. This is another reason that I wanted to use Lightmatica, so that I didn't have to go back and forth and find out, oh, I don't have these materials, oh, I do have these materials, oh, and now I'm missing these, and just go back and forth to these farms. So, instead, I have all of this listed out. Biggest numbers are going to the stone type blocks, and that's going to be diorite with almost 3,000, almost 2,000 polished deep slate. A lot of tuff, more diorite, a lot of blackstone. And then also we're going to need to start actually farming the pale oak trees. I do have some saplings from a wandering trader, so that won't be too hard. One thing that I am going to have to start farming that I've never actually farmed before, like ever, is honeycomb, because we need to make candles. Actually, quite a few candles of various colors. And so we are going to have to make a little bee farm, which will be very, very interesting, because I've never done that before. But I do have plans. Alright. I suppose let's get started. Oh, you can pause recordings on OBS. I didn't even know that. So the first thing that I wanted to set up was the bee farm. I figured it would be best to start that first, because it's the only real thing that I can't make faster myself. So, I need to get to work on grabbing some beehives. Sick. That's 2. Alright, I wonder if Flight of the Bumblebee is copyright free. Only 1 out of 3. Alright, oh well. Hello, lava pit that burned these trees on day 1. Haha! You know, I really thought that was going to be the hard part of the bee farm, but that actually turned out to be pretty easy. Alright. So, now that we are done, it is the moment of truth. And... okay. Yes, it is working. And we have our first 15. And it looks like they are doing their jobs just fine. Okay, one thing I need to do... it's kind of an airlock in case I need to do any maintenance later. With honeycomb checked off the list, the next item that I wanted to get was the pale oak. Ooh. Luckily, these are like dark oak trees, so they yield a lot of wood. If they do not drop more saplings, we are absolutely screwed. Now, I only had 8 saplings, so if these didn't drop more, then I'd have to find a whole pale garden biome, which I did not want to do. Thank God. Ugh. Yippee! So, I went and compiled some of the materials that we have and what we need. And, well, as you can see, we are definitely set on deep slate. I have even more back at my base. But we are lacking in tough. And I think we might need some more diorite as well. Not to mention, we also need to get a bunch of blackstone. So, overall, we have a lot more mining to do. Okay, just a little side note. Before I continue, I kind of want to figure out why I still can't see through all these blocks, because I set the configuration to set them as translucent so I could see all this a little bit better. And turns out it's because I had shaders on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be building with shaders off. Sorry. So after that point, I actually went and spent countless hours mining tough, diorite, and blackstone, and then I built the entire floor for the entire cathedral. And then when I logged off for the night and I was watching my replay footage save, all of it got corrupted except for my opening cinematic shot of the cathedral and me building the bee farm. Everything else got corrupted. So... yeah, there's no replay footage for the first, 8 hours. And then for the rest of this video, I ended up leaving the game to save the replay footage every single time I got new replay footage, to make sure that that didn't happen again. So, yeah. Oops. Alright, so the first thing that I want to grab a bunch of is diorite. Notice that pit that I spent hours digging? There's also another pit right here, which is why I have so much deep slate right now. It goes down to my deep slate quarry. I really like that. But yeah, this is where I've been mining diorite, which I haven't needed to do any mining of this in a long time. Alright, do we think that this is enough? The answer is no, this isn't enough, probably. So next up, we are going to need a lot of tuff, which means all the way down here. Alright, into the Nether. Now, I considered just tearing down this entire bastion, but as funny as that would be for the idea of what to do with this video, that's mostly bricks, so I would not actually get what I need from that. Alright, well, I will check in if anything interesting happens. Oh, thank God, we are out with enough, I think. Unless I missed some on the materials list, this is enough. Alright, so I deposited off my blackstone, and I figured I might as well just go right back in and get some quartz. Yeah, since my pickaxe is less than half durability now, getting quartz would kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get me some durability back. So I started mining up some quartz, but I hear you. I got interrupted. Oh, hi there. Go on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Do it, come on. Yes. Yes. Haha. Yes. I wanted that. the Nether once again with a fixed pickaxe and a little bit more quartz. This, I did the math, and I think we needed 16 stacks of blackstone, and this is 18. So this should be enough for the entire floor. Okay, I figured it out. I have my place button bound to left click, and my attack bound to right click. But Lightmatica doesn't make that change on its own. Oh, so much better. Back with you guys in a moment after a nice little montage of this layer. Alright. I did run out of andesite, so I'm gonna have to go get more of that. But this is the floor. This checker pattern looks really good. As painful as this was to get materials for. I did end up actually going through quite a bit of diorite. I'm just going to find some andesite for me to mine. And I'd stumble upon this. I just found a whole, a whole new cavern down here. I have not found this yet. This is completely new. Well, this will be explored at a later date. I need andesite. Alright, on my way back from getting more andesite, which went well. Oh, just look at this. This is looking so good now that we can actually see and walk around. The andesite is all placed all around, and I finished the holes in the floor, like this one by the Nether portal. I do not know why these guys keep insisting on walking around my build. It's so annoying. Now that the base of this thing is done, I can get to work on the rest of this. I knew I'd be going back to the Nether for more resources, so I decided to get to work on the new portal right now and get the old portal out of the way. I had to find a way to keep my villagers from wandering their way into the Nether, never to be seen again, so I thought of using a communion table to fence off the portal while still blending in and looking aesthetically pleasing. To build this, I decided on a design that would use some dark oak and some crimson wood. Shaders back on. I do not actually have any crimson at all. I guess that means that we're gonna have to go get some later, but right now we are not going to. I do not feel like going on another trip right now. That will be a later me project. Oh right, I have dark oak right here. I forgot. Completely forgot I had planted dark oak. I'm stupid. Hello, second one today. I killed one of you earlier. Where the fuck did you go? I guess he heard me. Okay. So, I think I have like, I don't know, maybe a stack of ender pearls? I can't really remember. That I only have a few. It has not really been a priority since I do not currently want to go to the end. Of course I want to beat the game at some point, but, you know, I'm not rushing this. I hope I'm talking loud enough. I have a bad habit of not doing that. Oh, I got a sunflower. Put that away. I didn't need anything else. Can't remember. Don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna cut this. I think I don't show this trip enough. Ah shit, those. Okay. Three. Awesome. Anyways. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay. And now, we look in to see if this portal actually connected to where the old portal was. Which it actually might not because I broke it. It did! Yippee! Okay, that's very good. That is very convenient. Awesome. I like that. Though I would not have had a problem if, the portal was suddenly not so dang close to an active bastion. Building a nether hub is going to be so annoying. For right now, all to my knowledge, anything that I build too close is just going to have piglin brutes spawning in it. This entire cathedral, I have spent so long building this and so long anticipating this. I mean, I started this a good, like, 4 months ago now. I am so proud of this thing now. I mean, before I was proud of it, but then I started to hate it after I saw it so often, and it was just black mess on my skyline. But now, oh my god, especially the interior. I was so worried about the interior, but then when I started to work on it, it just looks so good. So I'm really, really excited to get this thing done and show all of you. Because, I mean, you don't get like the gist from this like skeleton of it. And the villagers are already like coming in here, and I'm gonna put job stations in here so that they want to come in here even more. This is gonna be very, very fun. Alright, I took a short break, and now it's time to start on the first section. This first section of the cathedral definitely took me the longest by far. Not only because I had to collect all the resources first, but also because I had never used Lightmatica before. So a lot of things I just did not know what to do. There are a lot of keybinds I'd never used before, some things I had to change, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get Easy Place to work, because my default keybinds are a little bit different than usual. As I went on, I definitely got a lot faster with using Lightmatica, but this first layers of what I was doing definitely are kind of painful to watch back on, because wow, I was working slow compared to later on. But I do get faster, and honestly, I was surprised as I was building the rest of this cathedral at how fast it went compared to the start. I do not know what I was doing. Half the time I just didn't have Easy Place turned on when I needed it to be. But I did later on figure out some cool things that I could use to make things easier for me. And while I know I won't be using Lightmatica for every project going forward, mostly just for the extremely large and complicated ones like this 20,000 block cathedral, I will continue to make some very, very cool builds that I have a lot of plans for. A lot of plans, some of which I know I won't be able to get to for honestly a few years. But if you are interested in seeing more like this, then I do really, really ask that you do like and subscribe, because it both motivates me and helps me to keep making these. So if you do that, then it helps both of us, because then you get to see more from me and I get to continue making these happily, because I'm one of those artists that doesn't like making things to not be seen. I like my productions being seen by other people, so liking and subscribing really, really feeds my ego. I'll put it plain. Put it plain, it feeds my ego, but to be more complicated, it makes me happy. Like and subscribe, please. Oh my god! There's 2 of them. 2 of them. Oh my god, they're so cute. In my shoes, it's you with the same size as you. Oh, oh. Hi, cat. Cat in my lap while I'm playing Minecraft. Hell yeah. Peak Minecraft gameplay with the kitty cat in my lap. Let's fucking go. I realize I can't just climb out of this thing anymore. I actually have to go outside and walk around this place. Something tells me I'm gonna need more quartz. I'm gonna need to get more quartz. Even finish this first, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't finish the first 7 blocks. Oh my god, I need to go back and get so much more. God dang it. many cakes do we need? 573. We're gonna need more pale oak. Oh, that was good timing, huh? Wow, guys, look how far we got. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, fences are easy. Oh, I love these boards. Put a lot of work into these. Spent like an hour trying to figure out what they should look like. It's still not enough. Okay. There are a lot of fence gates in this build. Like, a lot. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright, here's a quick look at this so far. It looks really weird. But it's really coming together. It has this feel to it that it feels like there should be a skeleton standing over there. I have done a bit of mining. just a bit. And I also cooked up some glass, and I finally got some crimson stem. Okay. This is finally crimson slab. Cool. So I will continue this. I'll continue work on this tomorrow, and I will see you then. Alright, construction day 2. I have done a little bit of extra mining. I got some more tough, and I went and got a lot more crimson wood. Let's get up to this point. So I do want to start with the portal. So let's get to work on that. Okay, we need to smelt quartz. I had no idea that's how you got smooth quartz. I thought it was just like a crafting recipe. I've never really built much with quartz because it's so expensive. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the rest of the quartz in this build is actually pillar. That's actually very, very useful. Unsure Nate, so we're actually like pretty close. Pretty close. So, actually, I have no idea how we're going to reach that. How am I going to reach the higher up spots, I ask? I have a thing for that. I am so glad that I have these guys. This is the first time that I'm really, like, using them for a build. This is gonna be so much fun. Alright, that was fast. I already have the outside trim and the inside pillars complete. now with this part of the roof finished, it's looking pretty good. I still have to build up the walls. It's looking pretty weird. I don't know if there's gonna be much commentary in parts like this. I'm just too locked in. There we go. Next up, I want to do the roof tiles. Alright, we are finally starting to put a dent in this deep slate collection, because we need a lot of tile blocks. So, we might actually have to use the quarry. Anyways, time to get to work. What? I ran out of slabs? I could have sworn I had enough slabs. I was missing 35 slabs. Alright. Sick. Now let's get to work on these bits. We need 12 stacks of diorite wall still. 12 stacks! That much. Oh, actually, 13 stacks. It's 12 stacks plus 63. Oh yeah, not to mention, we also need over 7 stacks of pale oak fence gates, which is an insane amount of pale oak. So that's gonna be a pain. Get that many trees down. Not to mention how many more fences we need. Gonna have to go back and get more of that. We only need 55 more. That's not bad. I feel a little bit better about that now. Let's go do that. It's honestly easier to see in the Nether when you have shaders on. I'm just not going for like really hard to reach ones. In one gas shot, then I'm dead. I just don't want to die in the Nether, because then I can really lose my stuff. I have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Switch to the feather volume drop. It worked. I should probably grab like an extra stack or two for next time I need to make observers. Comparators. Let's be honest, when the hell do I make comparators other than the bee farm? But like, I'm at some point. There's a lot. Let's go. About 3 stacks so far. Woo! Damn. Alright. Hello. Woo. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Come to think of it, I don't think I actually mentioned where all my levels went. I had like, I don't know, 54, 56 some levels. And then I was down to like 47. It's because one of my librarians started selling Respiration 3. So I threw that on my helmet. My first death in this world is not going to be to drowning. That would be very disappointing. Actually, come to think that my name is C, I'm not sure if that would be, like, ironic or fitting. Honestly, I'm amazed that I've gone this long without dying yet. I'm only on normal mode, but, like, still. I, like, never have my spawn set either. I always break my bed. Okay, is this enough? I mean, it's enough, because I only need 4 stacks for that. So, yeah, I'll go back. Whoa, look at that, we're back, and I got the quartz pillars, so now we can get back to work. We don't actually need any more quartz than this for this project, so that's good. That's it. The quartz is done. No more quartz. No more quartz. Finally. I can stop dealing with that. Thank God. Might not even need to go back to the Nether for this build. Well, hello. Welcome back to my set. Obviously, I was going to use this again. Now, the rest of the recordings that I have for this video are comprised of a lot of me working without talking because I was very locked in. And I know you don't want to see that, and it's a pain for me to scroll through and edit and just cut it all out and just think that, oh yeah, this will be interesting, but then I decide, no, it's not interesting, even with music over it, because I don't have much music to use. Music will get old very fast. So, instead of just having a bunch of slow footage of me working without saying a word, and it's very boring, and you guys will click off, instead, we are going to have a little speed round. Alright, I think I want to start looking at the candles, because we have had that bee farm running for a long time now. Yeah, that's quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be fine. I mean, this is all string. White's easy. Gray is not as easy, but we only need 27, so that's good. You know, I have not broken a tool in a very long time. How did you get there? Why are you there? I'm sorry, man, but you're just gonna have to be stuck there for a while. Until I expand the village out there. Actually, I mean, if he drops the land and water anyways, he's fine. I just don't like that. Why is it 3? I always have extra doors. Always. Oh, and then the trap door only crafts 2. Even though the trap door is smaller than the door. So, like, what the heck, game? Why, Mojang? Why did you do this? Why is it backwards? Why is the trapdoor, which is smaller, more expensive than the door, which is 2 times the size? I will never understand that. Alright, so I need the deep slate tile stairs. 13.5 stacks. I need a whole more 2.5 stacks. And no, I can't use these. These I actually need. Just wanted to pop in while I mine that I have gotten, like, most of my diamonds and redstone from this deep slate quarry. So if you ever need, like, a lot of diamonds, then just build something out of deep slate. Because then you'll end up mining a bunch of deep slate, and you'll find a bunch of diamonds and redstone in the process. So, just a common side effect. Alright, Past C, this is taking a little bit too long. This video is already, like, what, 30-some minutes long? Almost 40 minutes long, I think? And I am getting so sick and tired of editing it. I have spent so long editing this goddamn video. It's been weeks, to the point that I have managed to fix the bit rate now. I figured out how to fix the bit rate in the time that it has taken to edit this video. So instead of using any of the next, 5-6 hours of footage that I have, I am instead just going to do another speed run with the replay footage, and then I'm going to give a tour myself of all the stuff that you didn't get to see because my stupid ass forgot to actually record it as replay footage. Oh wow, look at that, it's done. In all seriousness, I just had so many hours of footage that I just did not want to use because it was, ugh. I know there are good bits in there, but it just would have taken so long to sift through all of it, and I'm so tired of editing this video. So let's get a little rundown of what I've done that I cut from the video because it's already way too long, and I am tired of trying to find the good parts in all the crappy footage. So, you can already see that there's a lot that I did. We went and put down all of these pews. Honestly, you saw the interesting bits, but we put down all these pews, got the trapdoors on the sides. The backing of the pews I'm going to have as shelves once those are out, because I think that'll look better. We got this down. We got the lectern in the middle, so the librarian will be sitting here. I got the candles up in the rest of this. Let's go up to the pipe organ. Now, this is probably one of the coolest parts of the entire build, honestly. So this is the pipe organ that I designed myself. I used, obviously, banner patterns. If anybody wants to know how I made these banners, I might make a short on it. Maybe. Oh yeah, another thing. The footage that I cut out included all the footage of me putting in all of these stained glass windows. Which, I mean, isn't exactly the most complicated thing for you to imagine how I did. I just crafted it and put them in with easy place, so that went actually pretty fast. I mean, it would have been really boring, but I really should have re-recorded that in replay mod. I really should have. I don't know why I didn't. I'm really bummed about that. I think going forward, builds that I do, I'm going to be recording the entire thing in replay mod. Because, oh my god. But yeah, I also didn't really show these very much. The towers to the sides, there's nothing in them right now, but I think decorating them can be saved for a future episode when I do some other decoration. There's nothing up here, obviously. Villagers can't get up here because they can climb ladders, but they don't know they can climb ladders, so they can't really get up here. But who knows, maybe I'll put something up here eventually. Suggestions would be nice if you have any. Let's get some views from the outside. Yeah, I also cut a lot of footage of me redoing the exteriors of the towers because, again, I did not get any replay footage of that because I'm an idiot. But I did it using the ghast. It was pretty easy, went pretty quick. You did get to see me doing that, the spire. At least most of it. I don't remember how much you'd see. But, yep, looks pretty good. I did have a lot of fun building this thing, and, oof, it looks so good at night. Oh, I mean, just look at this. Especially since now I have proper bitrate, on my recordings, so you can actually see. But yeah, this, I mean, it looks beautiful. So, yeah, sorry that the ending of this video turned out to be kind of cruddy. But, I am getting really tired of this video, and I want to move on to my next videos. I want to go to the Nether and fight the fortress and get blaze powder. And I also want to start maybe another series on another game. And other games. But mostly one game that I'm thinking of maybe doing a series on. I guess in the future, I'll try not to have a video take this long, you know? Because, dear lord, I hated every moment of editing this video. I mean, okay, there were a couple of parts that I liked. This will just be a good learning experience for future episodes whenever I decide to build something, which honestly I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time not doing too much building and also actually doing some normal gameplay. Because wow, this thing has me burned out even a week after I finished building it. Without further ado, if you did like this video, then subscribe and like it, please. Because I know that barely any people that actually watch these videos are actually subscribed, and barely any of them actually like the video. So please do that, as it helps. It does. Helps mentally. And if you have actually watched this far, then thank you. I'm surprised that you managed to get through this. But I'm also surprised that I did. I'll leave it at that. I'm tired, and I want to move on to other things. And I'm sure you guys want to as well. So, I'll set you loose from this video now. See you guys later.